Oh man, nobody actually.
Yeah.
Nobody is probably one of my top five favorites.
Yeah, so I think I remember you were talking to your guy that was making the beat, and I'm like,
Yeah.
remember Adina Howard had those like dope West Coast R&B G-funk beats, and that's kind of, I think we put that out there for him. And I mean, you can talk about what you spoke with him about.
Now I remember J Play. Shout out to J Play, aka Kaiser on the beat. That's my cat for a while now. But when you mentioned Adina to me, I started thinking of that vein, and I started also thinking of Blackstreet, the first album, that 94 period, where we talking about Booty Call, I Like the Way You Work, songs like that.
Oh yeah, Fix. I think that was another one I mentioned. If you need a fix. Yeah.
Exactly. So I had hit up, and nobody actually became a thing because the G-Funk record that we were doing wasn't working with the project as a whole.
It was too G-Funk. I still want to do that song because, I thought it was a cool concept, something like a G thing. It's like not nothing but a G thing. It's something like a G thing. And it had that summertime vibe and things like that. So I do want to finish that song, but you're right. This kind of like slotted better into that opening with that song.
Yeah, at the time we were still focusing on the EP at the time. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think we had a plan to
because it was
10
just
songs or.
It was just five. It was just 5 records. I think it was initially supposed to. It was
Relativity, Joy, Too Far, Quality Time, and Losing You. I think those were the 5.
Mm-hmm. And when we realized the G-Funk wasn't working with the feel, I said, I still want a fast record like that, but not like that. So when we did that, and I talked to Jay Play about it, he sent me the record, and when I heard it, I said, I don't know yet. I said, but let me send it to Candace. Maybe she can find a way in. So when I sent it to you and you said you was with it, I was like, all right, cool. And I think I waited. We waited till West Virginia to do it.
Yeah, right? But the plot twist on this song is that I had already written that hook for another song.
Yeah.
That I didn't end up putting out. I was working on a song with Russon Soul, a guy that I met back in the day on Twitter, back in like 2012, and we were just like going back and forth, just messing around, doing songs and stuff. And we just never ended up finishing it. So I sent him an email and I'm like, hey, would you be cool if I use this? I mean, I had written it already, but I just wanted to check with him, out of respect and everything. And he was like, yeah. So I modified it a little bit to fit the other beat. But yeah, most of that was, I mean, it was in the vault. You know what I mean? It may have never seen the light of day. So the fact that it did makes me happy.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That was the first time I was actually stumped on doing on a record. Like when we recorded the majority of the album, excuse me, I kind of had to do it at Candace's spot, and I had to come in later to do all the finishing touches. So we laid down a lot of work in 4 or 5 days. 4 days?
I think it was 3, honestly. It was like boot camp.
Yeah. We had a great time though. we had to do a lot of work. But,
yeah, it was like boot camp. But if you remember, poor Tweezy, like he doesn't enjoy writing on the spot like that. So we're like, hey, you need to write your verse while we're in here doing this other stuff. And so he was kind of like, oh my gosh, really? Like you're doing this to me? But he ended up doing it. And I think Me and your brother went to go pick up our dinner.
Y'all went to go get food and everything.
And
He
you
said,
and
I'm like,
Tweezy were in the room recording that, and that's like that whole part where he's like nobody and all that, you know. I wasn't here when y'all did that. Lloyd and I were at Cheddar's picking up our dinner.
Yep. But yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot all about that. But yeah, I remember it took forever and a day for him to get his part down. So when we were actually getting ready to, we had ate and everything. He had did like the first 12 bars while y'all was going, and we didn't get to finish it. So we had ate and everything, and we getting ready to leave, and you was like, "You ain't finished the verse yet." So we had to go in here and figure something out. So I said, you know what? Let me see if I can sing something, and then I'll come back later and fix it. So I'm sitting there like, what could we throw in there real quick? Because I know he wanted the Key Sweat line part to end the verse with. So I was like, all right, what we gonna do to fill this part in? So I just started thinking of stuff to tweeze in. I said, well, he liked to drink last night. I said, all right, I know my buzz got you freaky, you know, your favorite bud. That's why I'm tweezing. I said, okay.
That's why I'm tweezing.
Yeah. So I'll just kind of singing it, and so he'll know when to come back in. So he gets ready to go back to record his part, and he's singing along with what I'm singing. I said, oh no, you gotta sing that.
You know, little known fact is that he can actually sing. He just doesn't like to. He didn't like to sing by himself, unless it's just me and him here. And then I'm hearing him in there with Al Green, like going head to head with Al Green.
Yeah, he be shocking me, man. He be shocking me. But,
yeah, he can actually sing though. Like there are a few of my songs, my older songs, where he's doing backgrounds, and I can't hit those low notes. I can't hit those low tweeze notes.
Classic.
Yeah, that's him. But yeah, I guess, you know, when I think about it, I guess each song kind of like shouts out one of my influences or artists that I listened to in like the 90s and early 2000s, like Amel, you know, with that first one. And then this one was like, kind of had that Keith Sweat vibe, or it had like the Keith Sweat shout out in the nobody part of it. Yeah, so
I remember
it's all...
when you had finished your part and I came back home and mixed it and everything. I played that thing back. I said, "Oh my God, how am I gonna get on this? What am I gonna do?" I hit up Zill, I hit up my pops. I said, "Man, I think she got me. I don't know what to do yet." And Pops was like, "Man, she's like, you got a song herself." I said, "Pops, she already got a song." So
Dang, Pops.
I had to think about it for a while. I said, man, if I come on this thing, I gotta go Gerald Levert with it. So that's where that vibe and that feel came from. I was trying to channel Gerald on that.
I heard some little Charlie Wilson in there too.
Yeah, once I started feeling it.
Yeah, I can tell.
Crazy most of stuff. Yeah.
When you get it super excited on a song, I hear Charlie Wilson. Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, I was definitely excited. Once it started coming together, I said, "Oh man, this is dope."
Yeah,
so
it did turn out dope.
Yeah, man. So that was that one. Nobody. Oh my God, nobody. That, and it slaps. Everybody that heard it is like, man, that's
It gets in my head. Like if I listen to it like earlier in the day, and then I'm just singing it all day long. Like it's catchy. It's an earworm for sure.
Yeah.